All right, start off with 5 eggs, you guys. You need 5 eggs for this recipe. Whisk it. Whisk it with your chopstick, your fork, whatever you have, your whisk, but just make sure you fluff this little mother lover up. Okay, you guys, in a pan, add in your oil and make sure it's hot. I know it wasn't hot in this segment of the video, but make sure it's hot. Okay, add your eggs in and start whisking it up inside. Now, if your oil or your heat was hot enough, it wouldn't take this long, trust me. So make sure your oil is hot, you guys. And sorry about this. I was in a rush. I have starving people in my house waiting for this fried rice. But as you can see, it's starting to form. It would be formed faster if it was hotter. But again, you guys, hey, sometimes it's kind of hard to multitask, but you get the concept. And there you have it, you guys. It formed. And it's a little runny on top. You guys can always put a lid over it so that way it can fully cook evenly if you don't like it runny. But your idea is to crisp this up. And look how crispy it is, you guys. All right, now you need some chopped up Chinese sausages. Some frozen veggies of your choice. Oyster sauce and sweet soy sauce. Okay, in a wok, add in your oil. I'm using avocado oil. You could use vegetable oil, canola oil, whichever oil you want. I suggest a high heat oil. Okay, time to cook the Chinese sausage. Go ahead and add it into your wok or pan of your choice. And again, my oil wasn't as hot, but I was trying to multitask, you guys. Give me a chance here, okay? Okay, I'm cooking this on medium high, by the way, because I don't want to burn it. The last thing you want is burnt Chinese sausage, you guys. Especially if you're cooking this for the first time, you really don't want to burn it. It's precious. And it does have a lot of fat in there, you guys, so it will burn if you guys cook it too high. So you're going to cook this for 1 to 2 minutes. Really depends how crispy you guys want it. And just know that it is raw, so make sure you guys cook it all the way to your likings. And when it's cooked, don't forget to put it on the side. We're going to put it in there after we fry the rice. Now it's time to fry some garlic. You're going to need some garlic for this because that just helps flavor your fried rice. Garlic, the more garlic you put in, the better it is. Well, for some people, I love a lot of garlic. This is about 5 cloves of garlic. All right, you guys, now it's time for the rice. I'm actually going to put 6 cups of rice. This is day-old rice. It works the best, you guys, so make sure it's not freshly cooked because if it's freshly cooked, then it's going to be a little sticky. We don't want it sticky. And as you can see, some of the rice is a little bit clumpy still. Don't worry about that, you guys. It will be fine after. You're just going to have to cook it a little bit more and let the oil love it a little bit more, and it'll be all good. Okay, now I'm going to add the second half of the rice. I usually do it in batches like this, especially if I'm making a big one. So that way it doesn't take too long to cook, declump, you know what I mean? It's my method and it's been working for me. So do it the way you like it. If you want to throw everything in there at once, go for it. You want to make this you. Okay, now that the rice is nice and warm, nice and ready to go, it's time for the oyster sauce. And I'm throwing in an eyeball amount, about 6 tablespoons. 6 to 7, let's just say. Get everything nice and coated. Have all the rice be coated with the oyster sauce as best as possible because you want to make sure that the flavor is all there. Some people might be like, oyster sauce in fried rice? I've never heard of that. Well, I grew up watching my grandma and everybody who made fried rice in my family add oyster sauce, and it's a game changer. Because, yes, soy sauce is great, but this gives it such a great flavor, and you guys have to try it before you say anything. After getting everything nice and coated, it's time to add your sweet soy sauce. And the reason why I use sweet soy sauce is just my little twist instead of regular soy sauce. I mean, you could try both of it. It's perfectly fine. If you don't have sweet soy sauce, go ahead and use regular soy sauce, and you can add a little bit of sugar if you want to kind of get that same effect. Make sure you get everything nice and coated. You want to make sure that every single grain of rice is covered as best as possible. Okay, once you got everything coated as best as possible, it's not going to be perfect, you can throw in some fish sauce. If you don't have that, or if you do not like it, you can also just add salt. It's perfectly fine. But, fish sauce is so awesome. It gives the fried rice such a great flavor. And, a lot of Asian cuisines, they do add it. And again, if you don't like it, it's up to you. After you mix that up for a minute or two, it's time to add in your frozen vegetables. You can use frozen peas, carrots, without the corn, and just green beans or edamame. It's up to you. You're making this recipe and whatever vegetables you like in your fried rice, just add it. I mean, people add broccoli and, cauliflower and stuff sometimes too, but I make it easy. Frozen vegetables, mixed vegetables, that's what I'm used to since I was younger. Making fried rice is such a comfort food for me. It reminds me of my childhood when, my grandma would always make it. It's like a meal in one bowl, basically. You have your meats, you have your vegetables, you have your rice, and it's just so comforting. And this is the way, I grew up eating it, and just a little twist of what I created myself, which is just the soy sauce, the sweet soy sauce. It's time to add your final seasonings, which is it's not really salt. You can add salt if you want to. Pepper and garlic powder is something that I just love to add additionally because I like it garlicky. As you can see, as I'm mixing this up, most of the rice is coated. Some of them is, needs a little bit more love, but once you guys take a bite of it, you won't notice it. It'll taste just amazing as it smells. it's time to add in the Chinese sausage. Look at that sausage. It's glistening. Now, if you don't like Chinese sausage or it's nowhere to be found where you're at, you have some Spam, you have some day-old rotisserie chicken, or, you can stir fry some beef if you want to. Whatever you have, tofu, go ahead and add it in. It's really up to you. No matter what, I'm sure it will be amazing. Now on to the second to the last ingredient, which is eggs. That fried egg that you made in the beginning. Well, I didn't show you this part, but I diced it up into squares. Well, kind of squares. Some of it are little strugglers, but dice it up, throw it in there, mix it up, and bam. It's a different way to add some eggs in your fried rice instead of just cracking it and, stir frying it together with the rice, which is fine too. But this is more comforting to me because this is how my grandma makes it. This is completely optional. You can add more pepper if you want to. And me, I love a lot of pepper because it enhances the flavor. I added a little bit more. Mixing it up a little bit more, getting all the pepper together because, hey, I love it. And now for the final ingredient, green onions, your garnish. I love a lot of it too because green onion is so good. And plus, I didn't add onions in the beginning, and you can always add some onions with your garlic, but I just love green onion. And it makes it more colorful. So, if you want to, it's optional. Green onions for the win. I honestly wish that you guys can smell it because it smells amazing. And I can't wait for you guys to try this. I hope you guys try it. And if you do, don't forget to take a picture and tag me on Instagram because I would love to share your masterpiece. And guess what, you guys? It's done. It's done. And it's ready to be served. Oh. And here you have it, fam. The finishing masterpiece. I did add a little bit of fried chili garlic on top because it gives it an additional crunch, which, oh my god, I love it. I love the fried garlic. I'm telling you, I'm a garlic lover. So if you do have that, add it on and it'll be amazing.
It's really good. Masarap.
Happiness.
Did you say banana?
Oh my god.
You said and everyone spit my water. My water. What? What are you talking about,
Oh my god, this is delicious. The garlic flakes. Mmm.